Do you think 76 has had any lasting sort of damage to Bethesda's reputation or Fallout's reputation?
I'm sure it's had some. It would be naive to say it's had zero, right? But I think if people come to the game now and see what's going on there, I think they'll be surprised. I think they'll be surprised. I think they'll be surprised.
Bethesda Game Studios hates you. That is really the only explanation that I have right now for all of the decision making that they've made the last number of months. Everything is influenced by money, and it's been hurting the player experience. Bethesda hates you. That's the truth right now, and I don't see any evidence really giving me reason not to believe that. I seriously do not understand Bethesda Game Studios in 2019. This once was a beloved developer. The Elder Scrolls Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, phenomenal experiences. Fallout 3, a great game. And even the fact that they let Obsidian make Fallout New Vegas, licensed it out, great decision. But nowadays, it seems like this all started to happen with the Creation Club that came with Fallout 4 and Skyrim. It was a decision that a lot of people hated, but Bethesda went forward with it because money. But that really pales in comparison to what has happened since the announcement of Fallout 76. This was a game that was delivered unfinished, it was a train wreck, and it was embroiled in controversy for months. It kind of slowed down in the summer of this year. Some people got excited about the Wastelanders update, which was supposed to be coming later this year, but that has since been delayed. But all of the decisions coming from this company are just utterly ridiculous. And particularly, I've taken a big issue with their Atomic Shop and some of the non-cosmetics that they've been trying to get away with. Because they made a promise before release that this was going to be a cosmetic-only game, but that obviously didn't happen. The scrap and repair kits came, a lot of people defended Bethesda, Fallout 76 fanboys are like, no, they need this. This is something, it's a convenience item, giving the same points that Bethesda's leadership have been trying to get everybody behind, because everybody believes that's convenience. No, if it was convenience, you would add it to the game, not their Atomic Shop store. But, I mean, this is all fueled by money, and the latest announcement coming today is just, I think it takes the cake. It's honestly astonishing that this company keeps on trying to get more and more money out of their Fallout 76 players. It's bad enough that the Atomic Shop is already overpriced crap, but now they're paywalling a ton of content that everybody wanted. Everybody's been demanding this content since day one, including the Ranger armor, which is now behind a membership. Alright, let's get to this. I'm gonna read over this and... Bethesda. Now, this is on the Fallout blog. It says, ever since Fallout 76 launched, we have consistently worked to improve and evolve the experience based on your feedback. That's why we're excited to launch Fallout First, a premium membership, because that's exactly what Fallout 76 players wanted, and that's exactly what people wanted Bethesda concentrating their efforts on. Maybe that's why Wastelanders has been delayed till next year. But anyway, they continue a premium membership that offers something players have been asking for since before launch: private worlds for you and select friends. Well, they didn't ask for it to be hidden behind a paywall. In addition to this huge feature, Fallout First also includes a host of exclusive items and membership bonuses, all of which you can find detailed below, and the best part, Fallout First is available right now. And these are the membership benefits. We're going to go through what Bethesda describes them, but the private worlds, play in a private world exclusively for you and up to 7 friends. The scrap box, because people have been complaining about storage and storage limits for the longest time, but Bethesda's like, now you can have unlimited storage for crafting components in your own new scrap box container, except, again, it's behind a paywall. A survival tent, a new placeable fast travel point with a stash, sleeping bag, and more for your basic needs. Again, something that I think a lot of players would have wanted, not behind a paywall, Bethesda. And then even you get some free atoms. Receive 1,650 atoms per month to use in the Atomic Shop. Wow. And then the Ranger armor outfit, something beloved from the Fallout New Vegas game, an iconic Fallout outfit exclusively for members. Unbelievable. This company, Jesus. Icons and emotes, who cares about that crap? And again, it's available only to players. And this is the big feature, private worlds. The community has been asking for the ability to play in private worlds since before the launch of Fallout 76. Thank you for understanding that, Bethesda. But again, the lack of caring or understanding that players didn't want a paywall, and the fact that you're just now announcing this is unbelievable. This is something that they probably have been planning for the longest time, but the fact that they are now announcing and releasing the feature, and then just saying, oh yeah, you just have to pay $12.99, or you can pay the $100 for 12 months for this membership. And we're very excited to announce that they are coming to the game with Fallout blah 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 blah. If you're a Fallout first member, how you use your private world is completely up to you. Invite up to 7 of your friends at a time, 8 total. Now I'm just going to fast forward past the rest of this little description because it pretty much just outlines how private worlds work. But there is a very interesting detail that needs to be mentioned. A lot of people have been asking about modding for Fallout 76. Well, that probably means that it is paywalled as well. And this is what it says. Private worlds will continue to evolve with new features such as expanding building areas, increased camp budgets, and workshop persistence. We've also received a lot of questions about playing Fallout 76 with mods, and this too is something we're excited to add to private worlds in the future. Yes, you know that feature that everybody's been asking for, a feature that I guess you could say was free for Fallout 4 and Skyrim. That's not going to be the case with Fallout 76. You're going to have to pay for this membership, and I think that I would assume that you're going to have to be an active member, so you will always have to pay that $12.99 or again pay the $100. This is just ridiculous, and I cannot believe that Bethesda is pulling this crap, especially with the last year that they have had, all the controversy that has happened with Fallout 76, all the goodwill, the reputation being, thrown to the gutters. This is honestly astonishing, and I want to say a lot more, but unfortunately YouTube in 2019, people. But let's keep it going. 1,600 whatever monthly atoms and Atomic Shop sales, so you get discounts too. With a Fallout First membership, you'll also receive a monthly bonus of 1,650 atoms using the Atomic Shop on anything you want. Stock up on your favorite Atomic Shop items with the best value for an atom bundle to date. Time to treat yourself and finally pick up that outfit or icon you've been eyeing. You deserve it. Oh yes, the person who pays that extra money, of course. I wonder if this does mean maybe if Fallout 76 will go free to play in the future. That's just something I'm throwing out there. And that certainly sounds possible at this point, especially with this. This is a huge membership that I think a lot in the Fallout 76 community are going to be outraged about, considering the fact that a lot of these individuals paid $60 for this game. And honestly, some even spent more, like $200 on the collector's edition. Feel sorry for those people. And then the scrap box. As a member of Fallout First, you'll also gain access to your own private scrap box. Use the scrap box to store all of your crafting components so they aren't taking up space in your stash box. The scrap box has unlimited storage, so no need to worry about picking and choosing when it comes to hoarding scrap. Then we have the survival tent. Drop the new survival tent to quickly set up a forward operating base when you're roughing it up in the wilderness during your next adventure. The survival tent comes complete with a stash, sleeping bag, scrap box, cooking station, and even an instrument to help you wind down after a day of exploring Appalachia. Now the next part, this is probably the most astonishing thing in my opinion, well besides the private worlds. I think that takes the cake away with just that alone, but this is something that is beloved. A lot of people have been asking for this specific cosmetic, the Ranger armor outfit, and it's explore an iconic Fallout style with the Ranger armor outfit available for Fallout First members. Just really sad at this point what Bethesda is pulling and forcing all of this content behind a paywall. And then obviously we have the icons and emotes pack, and I mentioned this before, but the actual cost for this is, for a 1-month membership, it's $12.99 US dollars, and then 12-month is $100. And honestly, who knows what they have planned next, but it sounds like all of the substantial content is going to be paywalled behind this Fallout First membership, which is a spit in the face to those who actually have stuck with this game and hoped for a better future. But honestly, maybe this isn't really surprising considering what Bethesda Game Studios has become. And all I can say to everybody who's upset about this, don't play Fallout 76. There's another good role-playing game which is very similar to Fallout New Vegas that is coming out in a day or two, and that's called The Outer Worlds. The reviews are looking pretty good, and if you want to invest time on a company that is treating consumers right, I'd recommend doing that. Go play Obsidian's The Outer Worlds. But that's just me. Maybe that's not your interest, but I really don't have hope for this Fallout franchise or really anything coming from Bethesda Game Studios in the future. If you don't think Starfield and The Elder Scrolls 6 are going to be treated like this, telling you right now, there's going to be some BS being pulled with both of those games, and a lot of cosmetics. Probably their Creation Club store will be back with all kinds of nonsense that everybody's going to hate. But this is what Bethesda has turned into, unfortunately. Now, I didn't get a chance to discuss this previous announcement, some of the other latest crap that's been happening with this game, but Bethesda made a very interesting announcement which now makes complete sense. They took to their Fallout blog just a few days ago. They said, our approach to these items, the items in the Atomic Shop at launch, was to keep them purely cosmetic. Yes, you know that promise they made? But after looking at all the data, the money they can make, it became clear that to consistently deliver content that keeps Fallout 76 fresh and exciting for all, we need to rethink our approach to the Atomic Shop. shop. And exciting for all actually isn't very true, isn't it, since you have a paywall now? Well, we had many ideas on what to add to the Atomic Shop. One of the ways was the direct result of the community's feedback. We heard from many of you who wanted items with some real utility. Starting in April, we began adding items such as repair kits, scrap kits, the Collectron Station, and a working refrigerator. And one of those items, I believe it's the Collectron Station, was actually cut content from Fallout 76 thrown in the Atomic Shop months later because money, people. But now this announcement that they made just a few days ago makes complete sense, and I just find it so scummy and disgusting that Bethesda didn't mention private worlds. This was again something that was mentioned a few days ago. They didn't mention that this was going to be paywalled content or paywalled feature. This just shows where the company's priorities are these days and why I do not trust anything coming from this company ever again. This is just who Bethesda is today, and it's unfortunate, but it's the reality we have to live with. In all honesty, we talk a lot about dirty gaming companies and the dirty CEOs at the top, like EA's Andrew Wilson and Bobby Kotick of Activision Blizzard, but a name that does not come up enough when we're discussing all the nonsense and greed that is happening with Bethesda Game Studios is the CEO of ZeniMax, which is obviously the parent company of Bethesda, and that is Robert Altman. He is the guy who we should be talking about more because he is the shot caller, the decision maker, and a lot that is happening is probably influenced by what he is deciding behind the scenes. Now, Bethesda or ZeniMax is a private company, and there's been some theories out there that the company may be going public, which is why they are trying to, I guess, make as much money as possible right now. We'll see, but it's shocking the fall that Bethesda has suffered in the last few years and how greedy they have gotten. And I hope that this blows up and there's a boycott for Fallout 76 because this is just absurd. Like a few months ago, I introduced a comment that a user made on Reddit, and it's very true right now. In the beginning, the Atomic Shop was created. This was something that made a lot of people very angry and was widely regarded as a bad move, but Bethesda said it would be cosmetic only, so people were okay with it. Servers cost money to run after all. Then we got repair kits. Pff, that's not pay to win. It cannot possibly get worse. Besides, they drop in game right. Apologists made excuses. Realists who have seen it happen before said it would get worse. Then we got scrap kits. Pay to win? Nah. They're just a minor convenience boost. They don't drop in game this time though. And of course the apologists made excuses. Realists who have seen it happen before said it would get worse. And now we have an actual functioning weapon in the store. This was a baton. I believe it was like an alien baton. Is it good? Not particularly. Not yet. Once again, there are Bethesda apologists claiming it's not a big deal. And then there are a few of us saying that it will absolutely 100% continue to get worse. Slippery slope is slippery, and Bethesda is taking us all for a ride. Now, what has happened since then? The refrigerator and the Collectron Station has been introduced. And then Bethesda went back on their cosmetic only promise because they said it's needed for fun that they start introducing non-cosmetics, some considered pay to win. I guess that makes sense. I mean, it makes sense to their investors, but not to actual players and their experience with the game, but whatever. And now we have this stupid subscription service. Oh, I'm gonna leave this here, but it's unbelievable the crap that Bethesda is trying to pull, and I really hope that they get that boycott that they deserve. There's publishers like Activision and EA, they feel the wrath of the community. Bethesda needs that moment. They're gonna keep on pulling this nonsense until it really financially hurts them. And honestly, at this point, Fallout 76 has been a train wreck of a game, and it does not deserve any players at this point, and I hope that nobody plays this game again, because there's better options out there like the Outer Worlds. Now, before I end this video, I thought I'd go over some of the early reactions that we have. Like on the Fallout 76 subreddit, these are the people that have been sticking by Bethesda, hoping that this game is going to only improve and get better in the future. Well, they are imploding right now. All the top comments are just angered about this. We have this comment saying, Fallout 76 for a subscription. Is this an out of season April Fool's joke? I have no mouth and I must scream, this is crazy. And then another one says, mark this day as the day Bethesda really prove they are not only idiots but liars. A subscription service that implements objective pay-to-win content for a game that's still more broken than most games at launch. What in God's effing name? You went from cosmetics only to blatant lies about what we wanted from the Atomic Shop to blatant pay-to-win mechanics in 5 days. Another one says, I can't even defend it. This subscription costs more than Live. Another one says, wow, just wow, Bethesda, $13 a month or $100 for a year. WTF, why not $60? Okay, well, let's not encourage anything at all. This is unacceptable to begin with, people. And then this is a stat that a lot of people have been pointing out. Xbox Game Pass. Xbox Game Pass is cheaper than Fallout 76. And you know what's coming up? The Outer Worlds. And I believe Fallout New Vegas is also on there right now. So you can go play that for the cheaper amount than Fallout 76 ridiculous, stupid subscription subscription service. Now, there's a lot more comments pretty much just like this. We have other people saying, we delayed Wastelanders, do you want a membership instead? Happy October 23rd, enjoy pay to win. And then it's just a lot of anger. It's just growing right now. It's only going to get worse. On Twitter, Bethesda and Fallout 76 are trending, and it might not be a surprise that all of the responses to the subscription service is pretty darn negative, and people are just clowning, and they're upset and angry and frustrated by the decision making that is happening at Bethesda. But clearly, this is just a company that you cannot trust anymore, and I hope people really consider other options at this point. Do not support this nonsense, please. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Obviously, I'm still a little sick. My throat's a little fuzzy. Been trying to get through this. But what do you guys make of this subscription service and Bethesda paywalling a ton of content that they've been hyping up and discussing for months? I find it extremely scummy and disgusting, but this is what Bethesda has turned into. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. But thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you did enjoy this video or found any informative value. And make sure to follow my other social media accounts for updates on new videos. Links are always down in the description below. I'm most active on Twitter, giving opinions on news that I do not always get into video form, so do make sure to follow me over there. Also check out my Discord for all sorts of discussion on games, and again, thank you for joining. Consider subscribing for more videos like this. I'll see you later.